Hello and welcome back to the channel. Animated Alex here. Now, if you've been following the channel, you know I set myself a challenge to do the MANIC MINER recreation using the basic Sinclair language. I only achieved level 1. I did make a level 2 and a level 3, but took them out, as you know if you've been following the channel, to try and improve efficiency and speed for a level 1 creation. Now, a lot of comments under those videos were saying, why don't you try compiling it? So that is what this video is going to be about today. I'm going to compile what you see on the screen at the moment, and we're going to see what the difference is. So let's jump on it and let's do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Fuse emulator. So let's go to Media, Tape, Open, and then I need to find, in my very disorganized documents here, the McoderIII. I'm going to open that. So now that's in the background. That's running in the background. So apparently that's how you do it. So now all I've got to do is type load and code, enter, and just let it do its thing. While we're waiting for that to compile, I put a post up on my YouTube channel basically reaching out to ask, what project would you like me to take on next? I did a little poll and I included in that Attic Attack, Death Chase, Chucky Egg and Monty Mo. And as you can see, the results, 38%, Death Chase has won. So I was kind of hoping it wasn't, because I think that's going to be quite a difficult one to do with the basic Sinclair language, but I'm going to give it a go. I did a bit of research before I did this video, and I've got some ideas of how I could perhaps make it work. Following some of the instructions that some of you have actually put in the comments on the MANIC MINER one, using some of the techniques which you'd suggested for that, I'm tempted to try and use some of those techniques while creating Death Chase. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to use the Spectrum character set keys again to create it before I go into user defined graphics, just to see if it's possible to do it. No promises that I can do it, because if you follow the channel you should know by now I'm just learning basic myself. So, you know, I can only do what I've learned so far. And hopefully I'll learn more as I'm progressing, doing such things like taking on challenges like this. But yeah, I've got some ideas of how I could perhaps do it, because it's a very fast moving game. And I think the hardest thing for me is going to be making that screen move with those trees coming towards you. But I'm willing to give it a go. And yeah, looking forward to starting that one. So thank you for voting on that if you did. So Death Chase it is. I was kind of hoping you were going to pick Attic Attack. I think that may have been an easier one to have done personally, but there we go. Maybe after Death Chase I can have a look at that one. So yeah, anyway, I do believe it's finished compiling, so let's have a look. So now we have to just type in, go to the first line number of the program, which I think we'll just put 1. And let's look at the results. Music sounds faster already. Wow. Well, as you can see, it's a lot quicker. And with it being faster, it's a bit more harder to control. What a difference. Oh, it's a little bit too fast. So I think I may have to revisit the basic program, maybe put some pauses in there or 4 next loops just to try and slow it down a bit. But it's no longer slow Manic Willy, it's fast Manic Willy, probably faster than the original. But yeah, what a difference. And it just shows that compiling it worked. A lot more difficult at this speed. Definitely needs a bit more work in the basic just to try and slow it down before doing a recompile again. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason why at this speed I couldn't add extra levels. Yeah, it's pretty tricky at this speed. Way too fast. So there you go. The compiled version of my attempt at making level 1 of Manic Miner in BASIC has come out pretty well when compiled. A bit too fast. Like I said, we need to do some work in the BASIC to slow it down. Oh, but it's got potential. Got a lot of potential to perhaps do a lot more to this now. Whether I do it or not, though, is another question. Should I go ahead and... oh, dear. Should I go ahead and progress on this project and add more levels? It's a lot more difficult, that's for sure. So yeah, it worked. The compiled version of my Manic Miner level 1 worked well. So yeah, but as you can see, it's moving a lot quicker. So that is the end of this project. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall see you on the next one, where we start to look at Death Chase. Until next time, I'll see you later. Take care of yourselves.